Okay, Americans are woefully underrepresented in our representative republic. This is a map of the Electoral College. This is how we vote for president. And if you notice, we have a total of 500, right here at the bottom, 538 electoral votes for president of the United States. Now, I'm just going to say this off the bat. Washington, D.C. gets 3 electoral votes. They should get 0 electoral votes. They are not a state. Anyone who lives in Washington, D.C. can either vote in a Maryland or a Virginia district. They are not a state. They should not get any electoral votes. However, this 538 electoral votes, I argue, should be at least 5,538. 5,400 or 5,538. But here's the reason why it's only 538. House of Representatives is our largest representative body in our representative republic, or what's supposed to be a representative republic, and it only has 435 members. Okay? 435 members, and then 100 of the Senate, that makes 535, and then 3 for Washington, D.C., who shouldn't get any, and that's where our 538 electoral votes comes from. Again, this number right here is the problem. This should be 5,000, at least 5,435, not 435. Okay, so our electoral college, 538 total. The reason why it's only 435 members of the House of Representatives is because of this. The Reapportionment Act of 1929 was a bill enacted on June 18, 1929, established a permanent method for apportioning a constant 435 seats. That number, that 435 seats, or the number of the members of the House of Representatives, was never supposed to be a constant anything. It was supposed to rise with the rise of the population growth. So in 1929, when we only had about 122 million people, 122 million people versus 330 million today, this number, 435, should have been rising with that population growth. But because of this, also known as the Permanent Apportionment Act, setting it at a constant 435 seats, that's why we only have 538 electoral votes. So each state, you see North and South Dakota, Wyoming, and Montana, and say Vermont, only have 3. 2 of these are senators. So they have 1 congressman for their whole state. Whereas Minnesota, for example, take 2 away for 2 senators. We have 8 members of Congress, members of the House of Representatives. But here's the original Constitution right here. Is the preamble to the Constitution. Okay, you got the Constitution preamble. We're going to go down to Article 1, Section 2. Article 1, Section 2, the House of Representatives. So we have the whole Congress consists of a Senate and a House of Representatives. Again, the House of Representatives, our largest representative body in the United States. The House of Representatives, okay, right there, we're going to see how many the Founding Fathers thought was appropriate. The number of representatives shall not exceed 1 for every 30,000 citizens, 1 for every 30,000 people. So it's based on population. The idea was, as the population would rise, you would add more representatives commensurate with that population growth. So 435, that needs to be about 5,435. So 1 for every 30,000. Let's see what it is now. We have 330 million, 330, 000, that's 1,000, 000, that's million. And then we're going to do gazintas, 435. Okay. Now, remember, before we do this, it was 1 for every 30,000 in the Constitution. Now what is it? It's 1 for every 758,620, roughly. 1 member of the House of Representatives for every 758,620. That is woeful misrepresentation. And remember that 435 plus the Senate seats, that makes up our electoral college, plus 3 for Washington, D.C., who shouldn't get any. That's why this electoral college is so small. All these numbers need to be increased. In every single state, these numbers need to be increased. 435 is not enough for a country of 330 million, where the United States is the third most populous nation on the planet. We are the third most populated nation on the planet, next to India and China. They're number 1 and number 2, respectively. All because of this. This needs to be repealed. A constant 435 seats needs to be repealed. So hopefully that'll give us an idea of what is wrong in our country. This is an oligarchy. This 538 electoral votes, especially this 435, which should be 5,435, is woefully short. So let's try this. Let's say, what if we had 5,000? Well, here, 330 million, million gazintas are divided by 5,435. So rather than 435, 5,435, what do we get? That would be one member of the House of Representatives for every 60,000 people. Now, I'd be happy with that. That's still double, though, what the original Constitution said, one for every 30,000. But I'd still be happy with that if it was one for every 60,000. That would be more appropriate. So the United States is woefully underrepresented. The people of the United States are woefully underrepresented. And that's why it is so easy to have divisions in our country over the most nonsensical, stupid, asinine issues. Okay, we divide over the most just nonsense issues when we could be looking at much more important issues, obviously. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Woeful underrepresentation in the United States of America. Absolutely disgusting. We have become, that's how you change from being a proper representative republic to being an oligarchy. Okay, it's the same way ancient Rome used to function as a republic, and then it more and more became an oligarchical type of situation, and then obviously an empire with the Caesars and emperors becoming more and more powerful. So this is very important. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Talk to you soon. Soli Deo Gloria.